Hello friends, today we'll be discussing on a very important topic, how to develop intuition in life. Intuition is that feeling in your gut when you instinctively know that something you're doing is right or wrong. Albert Einstein has widely used a quote that the intuitive mind is a sacred gift and the rational mind is a faithful servant. How to develop intuition? That's the main question. First is meditation, from thinking to feeling to being. When we reduce the din of the constant thoughts which are going on in the mind, we can feel the feelings of the heart and then we can experience our existential reality. We need to do our body scans where we need to see how is the feeling and the sensation in the body. Are we getting butterflies in the stomach? Are we getting a constriction of the stomach muscles? Are we feeling a hardness over the skin or a tingling sensation of warmth or cold somewhere? It is very important to be close with nature to develop the sense of intuition, because nature flows through you and you are able to be in your natural state. And there is grounding and earthing when we are close to nature. Also, increased self-awareness levels help in higher intuition in life because the thought process of the conscious mind is less. It is very important to do a digital detox. The more we are away from mobiles, social media, laptops and other technology, we are in a natural state and our intuition develops well. Develop a habit of asking questions to yourself and try giving answers. And later you ask the other person as to whatever your intuition said, was it right or wrong? Even if you make a mistake, don't worry. Keep practicing, because practice makes a man perfect. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned, Bandhur Atmat Manastasya Yenat Maivat Manajita. For one who has controlled the mind becomes the best friend. And for one whose mind is not controlled, the mind becomes your worst enemy. And when your mind becomes friend, your intuition becomes strong. And that is possible by detachment and constant practice. Also very important is to understand the journaling thing. You can keep writing in a journal and your pen will be guided to write the right things. And if nothing comes out, don't be discouraged. Sometimes just focusing on the question is enough and the right answer will come in the right time. When we are writing, then the subconscious mind overrides the conscious mind, and there is an experimentation when you just sit and let your pen flow and slowly the intuition comes out. One of the good ways to develop intuition is tarot cards. And if you keep practicing the cards, slowly you will see that your VAQ, your visual, auditory and kinesthetic senses will develop, through which your intuitive thoughts will also develop. It is also very important to keep an intuition journal, and every day you write your intuitions in the journal, and slowly you will see that your skill is sharpening and you feel comfortable over a period of time. We need to jot down statements and focus on the statements like, I have a feeling that, or my intuition tells that. Are there any sensations associated with the intuition? It could either be a vision, it could either be a whisper in the ear, or it could be a feeling from within. It could just be a physical discomfort. It could just be a passing scene in the internal mind. So intuition could come in various ways, just like a clairvoyant is able to understand it. Look back in your journal and see how often you are on the right track. As you learn more, you will be able to recognize your own intuition, and your confidence in the intuition power will increase. It is very important to understand that we need to exercise the right side of the brain, because intuition is drawn from the right cerebral hemisphere, which is the same side that controls non-verbal holistic thought and expression. These are some ways to develop intuition. We need to be natural. We need our thoughts, deeds, actions should be in the same line and well aligned. We need to be creative. We need to dance, paint, visualize, brainstorm, and this way our intuition develops. Ask yourself the question that whenever someone asks you anything, what is the first thing which comes naturally? And that's the intuition which is coming from the subconscious mind. However, if you disregard that first thought, that first feeling, then your conscious mind becomes activated, and then you really need to think about it. The safe practice could be like, if you see a menu in a restaurant, figure out what is the first dish which you want to eat, and that becomes your intuition. Once a predominant thought takes over, please trust it. Please believe in the universe. Ignore the remainder of your thoughts. For example, but I didn't even look at this thing, but my friend said he's on a diet, but my uncle said that he likes mashed potatoes. Ignore the other thoughts. So one of the things to develop intuition is the mantra Om Ignoraya Namaha. So once you choose something, have the faith in it and go ahead. And please understand, the more you're relaxed, the more is the intuition power. The more you try to be artificial or artificially think about a particular thing, you'll see the natural intuition is not there. It's important to clear our mind of repetitive thoughts and worries, which makes us easier to listen to our intuition. And we need to find a meditative technique which we are comfortable with. Do you know that without intuition, there is no difference between you and a computer? You make decisions only based on facts, and you always don't know the facts in life. So it is very important for the human faculty to develop intuition. And unless you're functioning like a computer, you're always making decisions based on the various inputs and data which are based on logic. So why not learn something which is very important in your life, where you develop the gut feeling and the intuition? It is very important to have an intention to receive the intuitive guidance from the universe and able to assimilate it in our system. Sometimes positive and direct affirmations to reprogram our subconscious mind helps us in accessing the intuitive guidance. And we need to say that I am open and receptive to the cosmic intelligence and the divine intelligence which guides my divine intuition. Ask a question. From a still mind, formulate and release the question and seek the answer to that question. For example, is this the right choice for me to make? What do I need to know about this relationship or the business deal? Release the question as if you were clicking a send on an email. Know that the message has gone out, and whenever the universal cosmic divine database sends you the reply, you need to be ready to believe it. Trust is a very important factor in intuition. Trust the message. When you notice a sensation in the body, a twinge, a slight warmth, a slight tingling, a slight numbing, a slight butterfly in the stomach, and the faintest level of these feelings can help you develop your intuition. If it feels good, proceed in that direction. And if not, just pull back. Trust the message. Similarly, if you receive an insight into an issue or problem you have been struggling with, trust the guidance. Sometimes there are signals from the universe which tell a particular thing, and that is an additional topic which is beyond the purview of today's talk. Know that you are plugged into the cosmic mind, and it has a holistic knowledge base that goes behind the linear cause and effect system of this universe. One quick and easy way for you to develop your intuition is to be very effective in understanding the people's mind. And one good exercise you could do is that whenever you feel like that you should go for a walk, don't take a particular planning, just take yourself where your foot takes you. Whenever you feel an urge or a nudge to go in a specific direction, explore the specific street or a specific area, just follow your gut feeling and you will be guided directly. It is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, Prakrite kriyamanani gune karmani sarvashah ahankara vimhudatma kartaham manyate. A person under the effects of false ego thinks that he is the doer, but actually there is divine guidance of the Paramatma or conscience from within which is constantly guiding us. This last part is especially important because we have a habit of suppressing that inner gut feeling, that inner guidance to put our conscious mind to race. So when you go on a walk with a sole purpose of listening to your body and listening to your nature, then you are practicing your intention and intuition. Observe everything around you carefully. When you lie down on your bed in the night or wake up or stay in the bed with your closed eyes, listen to your inner voice. Meditation helps a lot in this direction. Last but not the least, we need to understand that mantra is very powerful. Man is the mind and tra means to deliver. One of the great mantras to develop intuition is the Gayatri mantra. Because when I am speaking, the soul is speaking, and when you are hearing, the soul is hearing. We see with our eyes, we hear with our ear, but our ear doesn't hear and the eye doesn't see. The soul sees and the soul hears. So when we practice spirituality, when we practice self-awareness, we can increase our intuition levels. I hope all of you benefited from this small talk on intuition. If you like this video, put in your comments of how is your intuitive power out of 10, and also mention ways by which you could increase your intuitive power. Thank you very much.